Taylor.
Hi.
Hi, you're on with Daniel.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Taylor, thank you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
Well, thanks for doing this. I know you're busy.
Oh, no problem.
No, but
In the middle of it, for sure.
but let's get things started. I got questions here from Facebook and Jean and Troy, so I tried to get everybody. So,
Fantastic.
tell us something that even your biggest fan would not know about you and would be surprised to hear.
Would they be surprised to hear? Oh, that I'm such a absolute nature buff, and that I feel the most peace and most calm when I'm out there walking, hiking 2-3 miles up in Estes Park in Colorado, anything to that nature. It's just I cut off from the world and really ground myself and know who I am and how I feel. Very peaceful.
Awesome. I love to hike myself, too. And here in Phoenix, we got lots of mountains and trails and everything.
What's that?
I said here in Phoenix, I go hiking all the time with the dogs and stuff, and
oh yeah,
it's just great to get out by yourself in nature and everything.
Yeah, it's an amazing way to do it.
And what city or country do you like playing the most, and why?
Oh, I don't know. It's so different because every show is so different. It's really about the audience, I never look at. There's certain cities that I have an affinity to, and I have a fabulous time there. San Francisco, New York, Boston. And then of course all over the world, it just changes, But I have to be honest, that the audience is what makes every city so special, depending on and how they are and how you feel.
Yes, I've noticed if the crowd is into it, it seems to get you revved up and going a lot more too.
That's the way a show is, yes.
Okay, and last year you went to Germany to celebrate "Tell It to My Heart" still being one of their top-rated songs. And
right.
You have a few gigs lined up there this year. How are European audiences different from the ones in the USA?
Oh, that was television. I'll be back in Germany, and I guess the end of July I'm doing the big gay games there in Cologne. So I'm really excited to see that. And I also sang the national anthem. I also sang the anthem for that for their games. It's going to be really exciting, and I can't wait to see that. And I just feel like Europe is back on its feet for me.
Okay. And this one is for myself. You once said that you were known for big boobs, big lips, and big voice. Is that still an accurate description of you?
Well, I don't know if that's what I'm known for. Big voice, big lips, big boobs, big butt. All the classic good stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And you said that under the bridge...
And on a small girl.
You are small. Well, I'm tall, too, so...
Yeah.
But I make you look even smaller.
Teeny.
You said that under...
Teeny. Yeah.
You said that "Under the Bridge" is one of your favorite songs off the Satisfied CD. Have the Chili Peppers heard your version, and if so, what was their response?
I don't know. I know, I think Anthony, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it, because I never released it as a single, but I perform it live, and it's an amazing song for me, and it gives me my interpretation. It gives me a lot of joy to do, so I feel great about it.
Well, it's an awesome song. I love that song on there.
Thank you.
And you also have tour dates with the 90s trio Wilson Phillips, including the one here in Phoenix. How did this band come together?
Back together. We're performing the end of the month together in a couple of cities, which will be fantastic. Looking forward to it. Denver, over at the Paramount and the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix, so it'll be fantastic.
Yeah, I always thought the Celebrity you would do great in that theater. I'm so glad you're coming to that one.
Yeah, I'm sure going to be there, so it'll be really exciting.
And Glee is hugely popular right now. Has Ryan Murphy approached you to use any of your songs for the upcoming episodes?
No.
Well, maybe
but
you should contact him.
Shouldn't he?
Yeah, he
Actually,
should.
So many of the fans of Glee have approached me, so Ryan approached me, now. I'm so eager to do that show.
Well, maybe we should contact him and tell him to get a hold of you.
Exactly.
When you do "I'll Always Love You" and "Love Will Lead You Back," you jam out at the end of both songs for a good 2 to 3 minutes. That is my favorite part of the songs. How did that part of doing that live come about?
Well, it's just kind of, the natural blending of when you do a song for radio and your radio hit and your album version, and then of course live. You experiment, and that's the beauty of being with a band. Thank you. That's the beauty of being with a group and exploring that live and making it more eventful. What number is that? Oh, yeah, I play as I go. What number? Okay. You're confusing me. So that's always the fun part about when you play live.
And you've been performing...
to explore it differently.
You've been performing intimate gigs here in L.A. at the Upright Cabaret. How has the reaction been to Taylor Dayne live and intimate?
Oh, well, that's a whole other thing. That's really been an experiment that's gone great, I have to say. Really, really very cool. I mean, I went into it, they're known more for, the artists that they've been dealing with. They're known more for having more, classic vocalists coming from Broadway and theater. And honestly, excuse me? Yes. And honestly, I just felt like when I went into it, it was really an experiment for me because I was doing something in Vegas and actually looking at a showroom in Vegas in a smaller showroom. So this was really a way for me to, kind of strip down. And, this wasn't about Taylor Dayne and the hits. This is about really exploring, other material that I've wanted to take on and actually in a more intimate, I'm not going to say, in a more intimate, and of course they're branding it as a cabaret in their show, and it's just phenomenal. And the response was amazing. We were sold out every night, and honestly, it was so exhilarating to honestly tell the story before each song. That's how it felt like for me. Not every song, but you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I actually got into some classic material and felt amazing about it. Some classic material that's touched me, whether it's been Jewel Stein, Funny Girl, whether it's been, working with, some of the classic artists, Barry White. You know what I'm saying? So I got an opportunity to tell that story.
Well, every song you picked, I just thought you sang, you hit it right on the spot. It was just wonderful.
Oh, well, thank you so much. But here was an opportunity, to explore that a little bit more and some of the producers I work with and tell the audience and have more of an intimate night and then actually explore material, It wasn't a greatest hits show for me by any means.
And speaking of the Las Vegas show, do you have any more information of when that might happen or any other news?
No, but you guys will be the first to know, and so will my Twitter page and everything else, believe you me.
Okay. And tell us about the upcoming project to celebrate women.
Well, the event, I know we're still working. It's called Every Woman. It's really just a wonderful, celebration for women. Women that I think that we've grown on. I'm looking for the hit makers, and they'll be filming just a celebration. It was supposed to come out for Mother's Day, and it's just as it shows. Every woman, going through every diversity, every dimension of, whether it's been health, wealth, and every, I say the diversity of, culturally speaking as well. And, the demographics all different. We're all coming from different genres, and it should be an interesting and a fabulous show.
And you've been working or stopping in on a lot of small theaters and watching drag queens lately, and have said drag queens make better lovers.
I did that one night. I happened to be on RuPaul's show doing Drag You recently as the guest judge for the finale, and then a week later I happened to go out with some friends, and there's a wonderful club here, and they do a fabulous, drag night there. So what can I tell you? And when in Rome, get up and go, and they were dragging me out of the trenches because they were doing me, and, two beautiful queens did a fantastic job. I felt it was my duty to kick in with them and sing a little.
Where you posted that drag queens make better lovers, is that from experience?
I couldn't tell you, babe. Couldn't tell you.
Some secrets are kept secret?
Not for me, possibly.
And you have been working on the remastered greatest hits. Can you tell us what songs you still have to record, and will it be out this year?
Right now I'm working on, I've recorded all my greatest hits, at least the ones that I'm putting on there. There's one that I'm dabbling with that might be difficult as hell, which is Original Sin. I'm dying to put that on there. Truly am. Everything else has been done. Now, and you do the math of what my greatest hits are. I've had my 17 top 10 hits, but again, it really comes down to new material, really bringing merging the old material, the older hits, doing some remixes on some of those classic greats, and then putting about 4 new tracks on there. Up-tempo, fabulous, in-your-face, fantastic, contemporary. That's my goal right now.
Oh, great.
I'm working on the new material to make that even a better and amazing package.
And speaking of new material, you recently released 2 new streams of the...
Well, I've been recording everywhere. I'm getting tracks in from Germany, I recorded in Sweden with Macho Psycho. I mean, just some of the best of the best. Some of the great producers, writers, and collaborating to, you know, make this greatest hits just incredibly special. And of course, every DJ in the world is like saying, "Yeah, we'll remix Tell It to My Heart. We'll this," you know, and just going through who will deliver it, you know, make it amazing, interesting, and keep it on, you know, have an exciting time doing it. That's my job, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it just has a great feel, and the songs are represented in a now fashion that I think, you know, greatest hits, I'm doing them classically how I did them. I'm not trying to, you know, change the wheel. I'm not trying to break it. It's hard enough singing exactly what I did 20 years ago, you know, 18 years ago, believe me, on some of those numbers. A lot of work, but worth every minute of it.
Well, I can't wait for that. And you recently released 2 streams of 2 new songs, first being Born to Sing. Can you tell me about that song and how the recording process was for you?
I haven't released them. Those are just teasers for my fans. Some music I wrote in Nashville. I surrendered Born to Sing, some amazing songwriters there, and just get some teasers and some streaming for my fans because they've been asking, because I went and did that series on CMT, and I wanted them to hear some of the material I was coming up with. I'm very proud of that song. That's just, you know, that's my story right there, Born to Sing. That's my song. And
in recent years, you have released EPs, DVDs, photos, and in recent years, you've released EPs, DVDs, and photos in your Taylor store. Can fans expect any new items coming soon?
And lyrics. Oh, yeah. eBay store's opening, you know, just keep it going. Lunch with Taylor, check it out.
Great. And let's talk about Taylor. You're mad, Twitter. You're mad for it. Lots of tweets. Do you love Twitter?
I do. It's right there in my hand all day long. I really enjoy it. It's as true to form as it is. I Twitter immediately. Things happening, I feel it. I'm right there. I don't have to reach farther than my phone. It's really immediate, and I love I love some of the fans, the responses, and I listen. I check it out. It's fun.
Quick and easy way to keep updates.
Yep.
And all the times I've met you, personally, you have always been sweet and gracious, which is not always the case with some celebrities.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
I hope I'll see you at the theater.
Oh, you'll see me there, believe me.
Fantastic. Good.
And how much?
And Taylor, Daniel's friends with your web guy.
I'm sorry? You broke up.
Daniel's friends with your web guy.
Oh, fantastic.
With Troy? Yeah, we'll mention Troy later. Troy.
Well, yeah, with Daniel, you're friends with Gene, or are you with Troy?
Troy.
Oh, yeah. Well, Troy's, you know, you love Troy. We all love Troy.
Yeah, you have to give a shout-out. He would kill me if I didn't have you give him a shout-out and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I look forward. You're always such a good fan, and you guys are just so there for me. It's amazing.
And he wanted me to ask you, who do you love more, Gene or Troy?
Okay, this is when I hang up. Tell him it's hard to choose lovers. It's hard. There's all different soulmates in this lifetime. Tell him. You're allowed more than one.
And you currently have a boyfriend, and for some time now. How does he enjoy your shows, and any wedding bells for you?
We're working on the wedding bells. Let's work on I want to have an engagement first. You know what I mean? I want to feel engaged first. It's like any relationship. You got to work at it, you know? But we enjoy each other a lot. His name's Dave, and I love him very much.
Well, that's great.
So, there you have it.
And how are the twins doing? They're going to be 10, right?
No. God, they just turned 7. Slow it down.
7. I got the wrong information.
Amen. They're beautiful. They're amazing.
Well, it was funny because when I was at Upright, I turned around and Astaria was jamming out to Britney Spears, and she got all embarrassed.
Oh, you were there that night. That's right.
Yeah.
She's beautiful, isn't she? Yeah.
She was great.
They're my beauties. I love them.
And on the acting,
that's a beautiful thing.
Do you have any new acting gigs lined up?
Well, we posted Beautiful Loser. I mean, I'm in that film. And I'm working on my sizzle reel for my own, right now we've finished that. I'm in editing for that for reality, baby, reality TV, and some more judging. Just look for the RuPaul stuff and look for me some for the real L Word, I believe. So check it out, Showtime. There's a lot of other interesting stuff coming up.
Oh, great.
That's more July-based.
Great. Put the TiVo on search then. And
what's that?
I said I'm going to have to put the TiVo on search for Taylor Dayne.
You got it.
And you mentioned a few years back. Sorry, you mentioned
honey.
A few years back you were working on an autobiography. Is that still in the works?
Eventually. Not at the minute, though.
Okay.
I've been very preoccupied with the recording of the greatest hits, and I got a lot more to say. I'm ready for biography. But it's fun enough, trust me.
Okay, well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, so we'll end here.
I appreciate it, Daniel.
I just want to say
so much,
thank you so much, Taylor, and I can't wait to see you.
And I'll see you guys soon. All right, big kiss.
All right, thank you.